What is happening, guys? How are you doing? Welcome to my channel. So today we find ourselves with an Audi e-tron 55, which comes with this key, which looks basic for a car which is meant to be futuristic. But nonetheless, moving on, I do love the color, the lights. The lights are very futuristic. They got the Audi LED matrix, which also have the pulsating lights when you indicate or when you put the hazard lights on, as you guys can see there. And then as we move to the front, you got that grille, which has got plastic. Then you got the vents on the bottom there. And you also got the vents on either side of the car as well to channel air. Remember, this car is an EV, so it's all about reducing the drag coefficient. As I move to the side, you'll see this car doesn't have any side mirrors. Instead, it's got some cameras, which I'm not really a fan of, because if anybody hits those cameras, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And you got your little charging port on the side, which opens up like so. You can find some chargers which can give you 150 kilowatts, which means you can charge this car from 10% to 80% in about 20 minutes. However, those are very hard to find. You probably find like your local supermarket chargers, which give you like what, 10 kilowatts, 12 if that. As we move to the back, you can tell this car's body proportions are like that of a Q5. It's not like a Q7, it's a little bit smaller. Then you got your panoramic roof on the top as well, which is beautiful for letting in some light, especially with the dark interior with this car. I do love how you've got the color parts in that beautiful orange as well. On the back there, you got the back spoiler, and you got the beautiful Audi lights on the back. I like how you've got that long strip of red light, which is nice. It's futuristic, but also it's retro as well. And then you got the 55 Quattro logo there. And you got the e-tron badging as well on the back as well. It doesn't have any exhaust, which is fantastic. It gives you that nice clean surface look. I do love this car, but at the same time, I don't I want to buy it. It's nice to look at, but not nice to buy. No, I wouldn't buy it. So we're gonna open the boot there. As you guys can see, you've got enough space to let's put maybe say about 500 liters worth of luggage. I'll probably say between 500 to 600 as I raise the window. And then you've also got your netting as well there. Then you've got that compartment just beneath there, which you can open up, but I can't obviously with the netting covering the lid as well. So we're just going to close that, and then we'll just go on the inside of the car. All right, guys, so first things first, you've got this Audi A8 pre-facelift steering wheel, which has got these 4 arms, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. It doesn't make me feel like I'm sitting in the future. But then again, you know, the Tesla Model 3 has got a very plain, boring steering wheel as well. So I'm not going to take much really from this steering wheel itself. So you've got these buttons over here, which is such a relief, because with Tesla, you've only got these scroll buttons on the steering wheel. So you've got quite a few buttons here. As you guys can see there, this has got the sat nav, which has been enlarged, but you're able to change up by pressing view, I believe. Yes. So you can have like the conventional or the usual, you know, instrument cluster, except for this time on the left dial there, you've got your range. It tells you your state of charge, and you can tell this car hasn't got full charge. I think it's got like 97 miles of range as well. So also this car is able to show you how much regen you're generating every time that you're braking. And on your right hand side there, this dial over here has got your speedometer, which is in miles, which you can also change as well. I prefer this setup, to be honest. So if we press view again, let's see what else we can do. Okay, so it gives you those 2 functions, but you're also able to, I think, change and put extra information on the middle there, just in case what you want to see, you know, maybe a little bit different to what you have. You're able to adjust that. And also you've got these arrows as well, which you can use to, you know, look at different information, whether it's from your phone. If you don't want to see the sat nav there, you want to just put it on there, that's totally fine as well. So in terms of this is called the virtual cockpit. So in terms of virtual cockpit, I think I prefer the Mercedes-Benz's EQS system, I believe it's called. So I was in the Mercedes-Benz A35 and I used that, and it was just engaging in terms of the color scheme. With the Audi, it's just mainly just black and white, and I prefer more colors, if I'm honest. But nonetheless, you know, we'll move on. So you've also got the pedals here. These are for your regen, so you're able to choose different settings for regen. And you've also got your typical stuff such as your adaptive cruise control. So this car has this self-driving mode, I believe. So you can drive yourself, well, the car can drive itself, should I say, in traffic for, I think, up to 15 seconds. I'm getting confused here. It's too hot. So my iPhone's disabled itself because it's too hot 3 times. So yeah, guys, make sure you stay hydrated. So if you look at this stock over here, so you can tell that's your adaptive cruise control, except with this car, it's now been, you know, advanced in terms of the software, in terms of the radar systems. They've been upped a notch, which means, you know, the car is able to then drive itself. So you've got some cameras as well. So you've got your camera on either side instead of your wing mirror. Then you've also got the little TV there that shows you, you know, just what the camera is watching. I don't know. I think I prefer the conventional, you know, wing mirrors, but I get where they're trying to go in terms of less drag, creating less drag and whatnot. So you've also got your controls for your lights over here on this side. Sorry guys for the glare. The glare from the sun is just doing a madness here. So I'll try and, you know, protect you guys as much as possible. Protect you guys. I sound like a parent. That's your typical Audi system, which is looking a little bit dated, as I said. It gets a lot of basic information which you'll need for everyday use. You've got your radio there, media, telephone, navigation. Click on navigation and it shows you that. So you get like a haptic feedback sound which confirms when you've pressed something. And so the map itself, there it is, it's touch screen, so you're able to pinch in. It is a little bit slow, you know, but it's not that slow, to be honest. It's okay, if I'm honest. So let's just, yeah. The Mercedes-Benz system again is a little bit just more responsive, I think. And that's just not me trying to bash Audi because I own an Audi, but I'm just trying to give you guys the facts as they are. But apart from that, like, the operating system is simple. The only annoying thing is you've got to keep pressing it and make sure you press it all the way. So I'm using my iPhone, so when I press it with a little just touch, it responds. Whereas with this, you've got to kind of press it. So I think it's to try and to make sure that the driver is always paying attention to what they're doing. Because with the button, you always get that confirmation when you hit a click. So they've tried to copy that as well with this as well. So you've got your phone apps, which will skip over. Then you've got your car over here. So when you click that, you're able to choose your suspension settings. You're able to change it from comfort into dynamic in case you want to drive a little bit faster. So the car should lower itself if it does have a suspension, which is an option on this car. So let's have a look. So it says raise over there. So if we were to try and, all right, so now it can lower it. All right, so it's doing its thing basically. So it's raising the car, and it's also able to lower the car as well. I can see the car is rising a little bit. And then you're also able to have a different setting, which is auto, which can have things such as, like, I don't know why it's not responsive. I think because this is still like raising itself, that's why it's doing that. But anyways, you're able to adjust that. And you've also got things like charging and efficiency. Again, that's all about, you know, your battery level. As you guys can see there right now, it's not showing us where the battery level is at. So it says 50%. So it says you can charge up to 50% for everyday use. Then for long distances, you can charge it up to, I think it's 90% or 95%. This has got a 93 kilowatt battery, which is the same as in the Audi GT, the e-tron, and also in the Porsche Taycan as well. And also you've got other things such as your seat settings. You know, you're able to like just adjust as many things as possible. So we're moving to the driving assist, guys, because that's very important. So as you guys can see, this car has got different sensors around it. Sorry about that. And so you're able to like click on each, I believe. So it tells you already, like, you know, what's on there. So you're able to choose what you want to be, you know, put into the car. So it's giving you the option to customize your safety systems. And then what we'll do is we'll just move on to the facts of this car. So this car has got a claimed range of 252 miles, and it's got 400 horsepower. However, going back to the range itself, I'll probably say you get about 205 miles and 205 miles of range. And that is probably during summertime. In wintertime, that would drop down to probably 175 miles because you'll have the aircon on, you'll have the heated seats on, and also the roads are a little bit slippery as well. So it factors in also the weather, how cold it is. So remember, the car has to try and get itself up to temperature, so it needs to use a lot of energy. So just be aware of that. And then moving on to the bottom here, guys, you've got all your aircon and your seat settings here. So you've got your heated seats there, you've got your AC there. I've got the AC on 2, but you can increase it. My gimbal's being naughty. I beg your pardon. Let me just, yeah, there we are. So with this car, you can adjust the fan speed by doing this and dragging it like that. And it tells you what speed it's on. You're able to also reduce this as well. So I prefer on 2 so you guys can hear what I'm saying. And then you've also got other buttons for your volume as well, which are here. Then you've also got your camera buttons. That's for your camera as well as your parking sensors. So if you press that, it will show you all your cameras there. So you've got your front-facing camera, then you've also got your back camera as well. This car does have the 360 view, so you've got 4 cameras on either side. So when you press your 3D there, that will present like your little avatar, which shows your car there. So you're able to spin the car around and you're able to see what's around you. In case you want to park in tight spaces there, you're able to navigate and whatnot. So that's the front of the car. That looks so cool. That looks super fantastic. So what else? So yeah, you're able to just see like the car from different angles, really. That's your bird's eye view. All right. So moving on from that, guys, so you've got your start button there. So you've got this gear lever, which is very interesting to say the least. So the gear lever itself stays in that position. What moves is this silver or aluminum brush section over here. So what you do, I'm going to put my foot on the brake while I do this. As you guys can see, the gear is on park right now. So what you do is you either push this up or down. So to engage, maybe say drive, you'd push it down. So now it's on drive, right? Or sport, you push it down further, I believe, then it should go into sport. So neutral, that's that. So reverse is that, which obviously, prompts the reverse camera to show you guys what's behind you. So we'll put the car in park. And then the park comes on the screen there just to let you know the car's in park. So we'll move on to the interior itself, guys. So this car has got a reasonable size. I'll probably say it's as big as an Audi Q5, if not slightly bigger. So that is your dashboard here. So these controls over here are angled towards the driver. And then that little small section from there to there is angled towards the passenger. So it kind of gives you like an overview of your controls as a driver, and you feel like you're sitting in a commanding position, which is always nice to have. Let me just turn that off. Right. And then as we move to the center arm, you can tell this car is designed for families. You've got these handles, which you can, put your fingers through. Then you've got this big massive space over here. So we'll start on the left-hand side. You've got a 12-volt socket there. Then you've got your wireless charging, so you just put your phone in there. Then you've got this compartment here, so you can just open that. You've got your space over there. You can put your phone or your bottle of water. Then you've got your center armrest as well, so you can just open that. It's got a little compartment in there, not as big as I was expecting. And then you've got your mirror there as well, which is frameless. I like that. Then you've got your controls there. So one thing I love about this car, especially the Audis, the interior has always got that finish, that top finish, that quality. So you've got your leather there, which looks a little bit on the cheap side, this top leather there. But it does feel soft though. Then you've got your beautiful door handles that feel... Oh, I've just opened that. The doors feel quite heavy. So you've got your door handles that are made of this brushed aluminium. Excuse the ashy knuckles. Then you've got your ambient lighting strip over there, which is turned off right now. Then you've got your beautiful Alcantara as well. And then this doesn't have the Bose system, which is rather, a letdown, but it is what it is, I guess. And then you've got as we move on to the chairs, These chairs that are comfortable, they hug you. I believe that's also electric as well. Then the door bins are quite massive as well. They can fit, I'd probably say, a 1.5 litre bottle of Coca water, or whatever the case is. And I think I've showed you the boot space in the back. It's got probably say 550 litres of space in the back, which is not too bad. This car doesn't have a frunk, unfortunately. So moving on to where this car, I think, sits in the EV market. Now, I'm not a EV professional journalist or whatever the case is, but I've been in quite a few cars. I've been in a Tesla Model 3. I've been in a Polestar, the fastest one, the 4-wheel drive. And I've also been in a Porsche Taycan. Then I've also been in a Porsche Taycan Gran Turismo. So I've been in quite a few EV cars. And I think with this car, it's a car for people that just don't enjoy that sporty driving, but they want enough power to be able to pull away from the roundabout fast, to be able to get that like initial thrill when you put your foot down and you don't get any lag. But I think it's not for people that are, into driving the cars on the B roads and having that spirited run on a Sunday morning for coffee. So it sits well in the market that it occupies. So I think it suits people that are middle-aged, they've done well for themselves, and they want to spoil themselves and get like a nice brand that is safe. This is definitely the car. So this car sits, I think, in that sphere of the Volvo Polestar, and also like the sphere of the, what else? Of the Tesla Model X. So I think it's just that place where it sits. It doesn't sit, I think, with the likes of the Model 3, with the Polestar 2. Is it the 2 or the 3? I've forgotten. I think it's the 2. It doesn't sit with the Polestar 2. That's a little bit more sporty. So it sits with the Mercedes-Benz EQS 400, which is also this, got a similar platform. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think the problem with these cars, like with this car and the EQS 400, is they were trying to remain as safe as possible, and they didn't think outside the box in terms of the design and what it, made the driver feel like when they got in. For an example, Ford made the Mustang, the EV version, and that Mustang is beautiful. It makes you feel like you're sitting in a Mustang, even though it's kind of high up as well. And whereas with this, you can tell that it was just a safe car, which is what we know about Audi. Audi is a safe brand. They don't really venture much and make something which is rather like wow out there. And there's nothing wrong with that as well. It's a car which, it's got a massive, glove compartment. It's a car which, I think if someone gave it to me for free, I would definitely keep. But would I spend about £65,000 of my money? Probably not. I think if I had £65,000 just sitting there to buy an EV, I'd probably look at getting myself probably a Tesla Model 3. I'll get this performance, spec. Even though the Tesla hasn't got like the wow factor or the quality of this Audi, but I know that I'll be able to take the Tesla Model 3 on the B roads, and I'll be able to push the car and get some more excitement. And with the Tesla as well, it makes you focus on the screen. It makes you focus on the software. And being someone that uses, an iPhone every single day, and we play games, almost on a daily basis, we're used to being online. So the Tesla, the language is less of everything and more of the computer. So that's that fascination with a lot of people when it comes to Tesla. And I understand that language as well. Whereas with Audi, they're still trying to play it safe and try and stick to the formula which they know. Sometimes you got to lose yourself to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, this is my view of this car. Don't feel bad if you own it. It's a beautiful car. You made a good choice. But it's just not for me. But I think I would prefer the Audi Q4 e-tron. I'd prefer that car to this one. I would buy that one because it's a new car and it's got like just that new Audi DNA, which is definitely the future. Whereas this is kind of, where Audi were thinking of, okay, let's make an EV, and yeah. Anyways, enough of the waffling. I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. God bless. I'm out. Peace.